Hello guys, so today we are talking about the chain rule. Okay, so that's going to the first part of it. Okay, so here we have the function for fx and gx. Okay, so here fx equals to x squared and gx equals to x cubed minus 4. Okay, so if you want to set that the composite function is fgx, you can set that here fx cubed minus 4. Okay, so it can be also considered as x cubed minus 4 squared. Okay, that is for fgx. Okay, so after that, you can just try into differentiation. Okay, so after differentiation, you can first try to expand the bracket, that is x power 6 minus 8x cubed plus 16, right? So first that we can set power to move above and then power minus 1, right? So here, divide over dx is 6 times x power 5 and minus 24 times x squared. And also you can just try to factorize it as 6x squared times x cubed minus 4, okay? And also, you just consider a chain rule like this way, like fx equals to x squared and gx equals to x cubed minus 4, okay? So you can set here that the composite function is x cubed minus 4 squared, okay? And here you can just try to substitute for x cubed minus 4, set that is u equals to x cubed minus 4, okay? So we have said here, we want to calculate for the y differentiation, right? That is dy over dx. And here you can set, because u equals to x cubed minus 4, so y can be considered as equals to u squared, right? So you can set here that dy over dx can first be a part of dy over du, right? But if you want to make the equation to be balanced, you have to add this du over dx, right? So we can say that du and du can delete each other. So that is dy over dx equals to dy over dx, right? So here we can say dy over du here, that is for maybe y equals to u squared, right? So it is 2u, right? Because power to move in front of that and power minus 1, right? 2u. And du over dx, we can set here because u equals to x cubed minus 4. So first we can set x cube's differentiation is for 3x squared, right? So minus 4 is 0. So it's 3x squared 2u. So it's 6ux squared, right? So here we can set that is for 6 times u here equals to x cubed minus 4, right? So x cubed minus 4 and then times x squared. That is our final answer. Okay. So let's make an exercise for this. Like for example, if we want to calculate the differentiation for dy over dx when dy equals to 1 minus 4x power 5. Okay. So in that sense, first of all, we can just try to let u equals to 1 minus 4x, right? And then we can set here that y can be considered as u power 5, right? Okay, that is it. So because that we want to find the differentiation like dy over dx, okay? So like here we have to set dy over dx can first be considered as dy over du times du over dx, right? So we can set that they did together like du, okay? And that is dy over du times du over dx, okay? So dy over du, we can set that is u power 5. So that is for 5u power 4, right? And then times du over dx, we can say du over dx here because u equals to 1 minus 4x. So the value is for 1 minus 4x differentiation, right? So that is for 94, okay? Because 1 differentiation equals to 0. And for 94x differentiation equals to 94, right? Okay, that is it. So the final answer is negative 20 u power 4. Okay. But remember that the final answer cannot be u because we have already just make x differentiation. Okay. So you have to let u equals to 1 minus 4x into it. So it's for negative 20, 1 minus 4x power 4. Okay. That is it. And also another example like dy over dx when y equals to 1 over square root 2 plus 5x. So we can say first that 1 over 2 plus square root 2 plus 5 plus 5x can be considered as 2 plus 5x and power of negative a half. Okay, that is it. So we can say here dy over dx. So first we can just let u equals to 2 plus 5x, right? So it can be considered as u power of negative a half, right? The dy over dx can be considered as dy over du, then times du over dx, right? So dy over du. So here, because we knew that that is for u power of negative a half, so it can be considered as negative a half, then is for dy, sorry, then it's for u power of negative 3 over 2, right? And then du over dx because u equals to 2 plus 5x, so du over dx equals to 5, right? So here that is it. So we can then times together. So the value here is for negative 5 over 2 times u power of negative 3 over 2, right? And for this problem, we can set u is not the final answer because u is just a middle variable, right? So we have to let u to becomes x. So here, because we knew that u equals to 2 plus 5x, we can say here is for negative 5 over 2 times 2 plus 5x power of negative 3 over 2. Okay, that is for this problem. So finally, let's make a summary. Like here, we can say dy over dx can be considered as dy over du times du over dx. Okay, that is it. Okay, so here's an exercise for you. So you can just try to solve it yourself. But you want to follow with me, you can keep on going. Okay, so let's move into the first problem. So here, y equals to x squared minus 3 cubed, right? So we can say here, first we have to let u equals to x squared minus 3, right? So y can be considered as u cubed, right? So we can say dy over dx can be considered as dy over du times du over dx, right? So dy over du here, because we knew that y equals to u cubed, right? So it's for 3u squared, right? And for du over dx, because we knew that u equals to x squared plus 3 minus 3, so x squared's differentiation is 2x, right? First, we move power in front of it, and then power minus 1, right? Okay, so that is for 2x. So it's for 2x u squared. But we knew that u is not our final answer. So we have to make sure that u to become x. So we have to put u equals to x squared minus 3 into it, right? So that is for 6x. And then it's for u squared is x squared minus 3 squared. Okay, that is for the first problem. And for the second problem, we can say first we have to let u equals to y minus 2x, right? So y can be considered as u power of 8, right? And then we can say dy over dx can be considered as dy over du, then times du over dx, right? So what dy over du can be considered as 8 times u power of 7, and du over dx can be considered as negative 2. Okay, so the final value is negative 16 u power of 7, negative 16, because here u is for y minus 2x is 1 minus 2x power of 7, right? That is for the second problem. And for the third problem, we can say square root 3x plus 4 can be considered 3x plus 4 the power of a half, right? So we have said first we have to differentiate it. So just consider u equals to 3x plus 4. So that can be considered as y equals to u power of a half. And we can say dy over du here, dy over dx here can be considered as dy over du over times du over dx. So dy over du here is u power of a half, right? So first we have to differentiate it. So it's a half times u power of negative half, and then times du over dx, that is 3x plus 4, that is 3, right? So that is for 3 over 2 times u power of negative a half, so it's 1 minus 2x, sorry, 3x plus 4, right? And power of negative a half. Okay, that is a third problem. And for the first problem, we can set y equals to 2 over 1 plus 3x. So first we can set y equals to 2 times 1 minus 3x negative power of negative 1, right? And then we can set just consider u equals to 1 plus 3x. So y equals to 2 times u power of negative 1, right? So we can set here that dy over dx can be considered as dy over du times du over dx, right? Okay. So dy over du, that is for negative 2 times u power of negative 2, okay? And for du times dx over dx, we can say that is 3, okay? So finally, we can say the answer is negative 6 times u power of negative 2, right? So here u is 1 plus 3x. So finally, the answer can be considered as negative 6 times 1 plus 3x power of negative 2, right? And then for the last problem, we can also set first let u equals to 1 plus 1 over x. So y equals to u power of 5, right? So dy over dx, the differentiation for y can be considered as dy over du, then times du over dx is a chain rule, right? So dy over du is u power of 5, that is 5 in front of this, so it's 5, and power minus 1 is for 5 times u power of 4, right? And du over dx is for 1 minus 1 over x squared, right? And here we can just put u into it, so it's for 5 times 1 plus 1 over x power 4, then times 1 minus 1 over x squared. That is for our final answer. Okay, so that's for today's lesson. Hope you can all understanding for all of this. Okay, so see you next time. Bye.